out of favor. But that's what we're going to do, flag off all of these individual movers and shakers on this segment of Market Fatafat. And first up, I've got to start off with an Infosys. The Q1 numbers were delivered yesterday post-market hours, and certainly the street seems to be pretty pleased with this massive rally that we are witnessing. This is the biggest one that we've seen in at least 16 weeks. Brokerages as well are pretty pleased with what they have seen Infosys deliver in Q1. Above on many counts, the fact that they've resumed guidance as well, positive guidance, that too is something that's extremely encouraging. You have JP Morgan maintaining an overweight, CLSA that has maintained a buy, among other things, as they say that healthy deal wins, stable cash management and an optimistic outlook are some of the perfect concoctions for Infosys. Well, here's an ET now impact that you're witnessing on the stock price of BPCL. Earlier, just a couple of hours ago, my colleague Ajay Sharma broke the story that strategic stake sales, of course, are a critical part of the government's divestment program. But now, Ajay Sharma told us that global biggies are lining up for the government's 51% stake in the PSU refiner. We have Aramco, Rosneft, Exxon, ADNOC. All of these are perhaps planning bids. RIL may participate in the bidding via the recently formed JV with BP. Vedanta as well has shown interest, in participating in BPCL. But Mr. Agarwal had placed forward his reservations on the valuation. BPCL saw a sharp spike once this news was broken on ET now. IPCA Labs, no news trigger as such, but it's interesting to note how this one is really standing out as opposed to the relatively quieter moves being witnessed in the rest of the pharma pack. So you put your finger on an Aurobindo or Dr. Reddys, it's still a bit quiet as compared to the massive spike we are witnessing in IPCA Labs, perhaps playing catch up with the rally that we had seen in the rest of the pharma stocks. I would like to flag off Bharti Airtel as well, continues to stay on the down low, perhaps having to do with a slew of announcements come by in Reliance Industries. It's another day of losses for the telecom space, not just Airtel but Infratel as well among the top nifty losers. And finally, result reactions coming in for Federal and Bandhan Bank. Federal in particular, something I'd like to flag off because this one is managing to clock in quite a sharp up move. The open interest as well is higher by 5.4%, indicating perhaps fresh long build-up. Advances growth did taper a tad bit, but we had lower operating expenditure, better trading as well, that sort of drove profitability. Bandhan, on the other hand, is a bit quietish today in trade. In fact, it's actually losing a tad bit. The last time I checked, it was losing roughly about a percent. But yeah, Bandhan Bank, we in fact spoke to the management as well earlier in the day, and they spoke about the kind of impact that they did see, not just on moratoriums, but also, of course, on the cyclone Amphan, where Bandhan does have, some sort of an exposure.